Yo, what is going on, guys? Tyro here, aka the Light Skin Gamer LSG, and welcome to another commentary. Now, I was just thinking about this when I was at work, to be honest with you. I was just trying to get through them hours, and I was just, because Steam had this Steam had this Halloween sale, and it's basically, this ain't no PC Elite stuff. I'm just telling what happened. I'm not like, oh, bragging about all the sales and all this, get savings and right. But no, Steam had this Halloween sale, and they had like some survival horror games, or just some great titles that were on sale. And I got Alan Wake, as you can see on the screen. I got that and the expansion pack with it, all for $10. I got the Darksiders 2, the Darkness 2, the Amnesia, the original Dead Space, Prototype, the original, because I already had Prototype 2, and I got The Witcher 2, which is a game I slept on, and I'm so mad I did because it's so good. Those are all some great games, especially Alan Wake and the Darksiders 2 and The Witcher. I haven't tried the Darkness 2 yet because I'm still downloading through these games, but I'm playing through these games, and I'm like, wow, these are some really good games. And then I'm thinking about the games that are coming out, and no, actually the games that already came out. And the great titles that I can really name off the top of my head are Shadow of Mordor, definitely. That's a game I have to give. Alien Isolation, The Evil Within, Infamous Second Son, Killer Instinct, and that's literally off the top of my head. That's it. Because those are all some titles that I really want and look like some great games that have already come out this year. So that left me thinking, has gaming this year been good? Or has it been bad? So before I go ahead and get started, I'm only judging off of late 2013 and up until now. So let me just go ahead and just get the good stuff off my chest, because there's a lot of bad stuff that I gotta talk about. But the good stuff was we got into a new generation of gaming, and that's actually a good thing. New generation of gaming means new games, new IPs, new fresh ideas. Now that's a good thing. Except there's one problem about that, but I'll get to that later once I go ahead and start off on a new topic. But we got launched into a new generation of gaming. That's all fine and dandy. Microsoft actually turned it around this year, because when the Xbox One was launching, actually last year when they announced it, I think it was 2012's E3, when they announced it then, and it wasn't doing so good because people was like, yo, we ain't fine with this. They took a huge hit, and this year E3 they actually caught back up, because Sony was whooping their ass for a minute. They actually showed they want to get back with the consumers, so they actually sold some games. Games. That's all they focused on this year's E3, and I clapped it up for them. That was actually very good. And Nintendo, out of all companies, let you know that they coming back, and they ain't went nowhere. They came out with some great titles, because that Wii U launch was trash. No great games. Then they come out with Bayonetta 2, which is getting 8 and 9s everywhere. They got a new open world Zelda game. I don't care what nobody say. I said splay. That's how I was about to say that word. I don't care what nobody say. Splatoon, that game where it's like paintball and everywhere. That game looks like I could play that game for a long time and not get bored of it. They came out with some great games that they want to show out to you guys. So Nintendo showed, hey, we're here, we're not going nowhere. So that was actually very good. Nintendo came back and showed you that they were ready. Now, that was some great things, and like I said, the great games that came out that I can name off the top of my head, that's about it. So, oh yeah, one more good thing is that gaming actually was really mainstream. Like, everybody was talking PS4, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox One. Back then, when I was younger, I had to like find friends who actually liked video games for me to talk about. Hey, do you like this game or like that game? You play Jak and Daxter? You like Dragon Ball Z, Tenkaichi 2? Or do you play Crash Bandicoot and all these other games? The PlayStation era and stuff like that when I was younger? Or maybe some stuff before that? It was kind of hard to find people like that, but everywhere I went, everybody's PS4, Xbox One, PS4, Xbox One. So that was actually good. It was really mainstream. That was a good thing. Now, let's get to the bad things. Like I said before, launching into a new generation, new IPs, new fresh ideas, except all we got from Sony is remaster, especially out of a game that came out literally a year ago. How do you remaster The Last of Us for the PS4? And get this, no, there's a Last of Us like Master Collection or Ultimate Edition or something like that, where you just get all the DLC with it. This is the third time they are launching that freaking game. I understand it's a great game. I understand. I never played it. I've heard stuff about it. Too many people are talking about it. But come on. Launching it 3 different times? Sony, I understand how hungry you are for that money, but chill out. what was it? Beyond Two Souls getting a remaster, Sleeping Dogs getting a remaster. That's all I was seeing, especially out of Sony, was just fucking remaster, or just in general. Jesus Christ! Like, at least the Halo Master Chief Collection featured literally like every Halo game, I think, besides Reach and ODST, which were literally not even in the Halo. I think Reach was before all of them, and then ODST was just random. But at least then they included every single game and the Halo 2 multiplayer and a bunch of, like, literally all the maps for $60. I think it was 60 or $50. That's actually pretty nice, and people haven't even played a Halo game for a minute, even though they did remaster the first one. Second one, I'm not sure. Third one, I mean, came out last gen, but it's not like the game came out last freaking year. Come on now. Like, that just literally made me so angry. Like, remaster. That was a bad thing this gen. Also, the fanboy war reached its all-time peak, especially when E3 came around, because everybody was, this console's better than this console's running at this much resolution than that one, and blah 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 blah. And it was just so annoying to go in a YouTube video. If I at least want to learn something about a game, and I check the comments out, and this is everybody arguing, especially over, oh, this console's better than this, blah blah blah. Like, come on, just play the freaking game. Or if you don't even like the game, why are you watching it in the first place? Like, I just don't understand that logic. You go there to check it out and then talk some shit. But that's just usually how fanboys do. Even if they really solely hate the game, they'll go on it anyway just to argue with somebody. I can't stand people like that. Now, another bad thing about gaming this year was overhyping games. Overhyping games happened ever since Titanfall was, people glanced at it. Now, I'll be real. When I saw Titanfall, I was like, yo, this game looks nice. But when they announced that 6v6 multiplayer and AI bots and stuff like that, I don't know. Then there was no campaign or anything like that. And then once the game actually came out, they tacked on a campaign, which it literally was just multiplayer anyway. It was just multiplayer matches, but the cutscenes and stuff played the time. It was tacked on. So, and also there wasn't that much content. Like, there wasn't that many guns. Maps, yeah, there was a decent number of maps, but and then there was 3 types of Titans. It just wasn't that much content in the game, especially to hold me over. I had the game on 360. I generated 1 time in that game. Literally, the next match or 2, it was a match or the next match or something like that, I just instantly got bored and stopped playing, and I sold it. Not even joking. Actually, no, I had it for a while, and then once I gave my Xbox away or whatever to my girlfriend, I ended up selling that game because she didn't want it. So, like, that's a shame that I instantly sold it. When I instantly got bored that fast. Like, that is ridiculous. And also, another bad thing, Battlefield 4 was also an overhyped game, but that had one of the worst launch in video game history, where every time they patched it, something else got messed up. Server crashing here and there. I had it on console at first, and it was still messing up. I imagine how PC in the next gen was. It was probably worse, way worse on PC. And actually, I got the game now, a year later, and it works like a charm. That is a shame when the game is a year old and it just now got fixed. People actually wanted to sue EA because of Battlefield 4. That's how bad that was. Now, another thing, Destiny got overhyped. Now, I'm not saying Destiny's a horrible game. I'm not saying any of these games are horrible. I'm just saying these games all got overhyped by fanboys in the comments saying this is going to be the next big thing. They said Titanfall was going to be the Call of Duty killer and the next big shooter. Yet everybody's bored of it. And also with Destiny, is they actually locked the DLC on the disc. Activision and Bungie locked it on the disc. I didn't expect this out of Bungie. I'm pretty sure Activision was behind this, but that is a bad thing. Now, I know some people might be saying, well, how did they do that? Well, this is basically what happens. You buy the disc, all your DLC and crap is on it, and they give you a key, like, here, buy this key from us, and you unlock the rest of the stuff that you already paid for. They're kind of controlling what you can buy in a way, and it's kind of messed up. I understand it's a way to prepare for it, but make it DLC for a reason, not dislock content, downloadable content. That's what it's called DLC for, idiots. But also, people, if you don't believe me, there's video footage of people glitching in the maps, and I'll put that in the link description, glitching in the DLC areas that they announced. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, there's proof of this. Bungie, you can't. And then they lied about it too. They just said, oh no, it's just a coding in the game and it'll be unlocked or whatever. It's just a placeholder or something like that. But no, it's actually the DLC. That's a bad thing, man. That's really, really, really bad. Destiny looks like a nice game. It does. Even though it looks like Halo and Borderlands and Mass Effect mushed together in the game, but it kind of doesn't have its own identity. It just feels like that, and that's it, which is kind of sad in a way. Now, I would play it, but it hasn't launched on PC yet. So I'll wait till it launches on PC, and if it's really driving me crazy, because to be honest, I really haven't been going crazy over that game, if it comes out, I might go ahead and cop it, but for right now, I'm not sure. Now, the last thing that took a huge L this year was Sony for me, because literally, if you've been around for my channel when I first started, all I had was a little camera and tripod, and I just recorded like Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified gameplay, which was on the Vita, and just Vita content. And then I grew covering more Vita stuff as I got more Vita games, because I didn't have a capture card to record console gameplay, and I saw people doing this, and I was like, yo, I got this materials, I can do it. And I became a huge fan of the Vita. I really love this console. I still do. It's in my hand right now, even though I'm on Facebook on it. But that's just the problem, was I became so accustomed to using this thing and loving it. That sounded so wrong. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. I enjoyed this console so much. It was a great thing. It has mad potential in it. But there's this one huge problem. Sony just doesn't care anymore. Sony tried and tried and tried, like when it was early 2013, or actually, no, scratch that, late 2013, where they were coming out with the Killzone Mercenaries, they were coming out with the Tearaways, they were coming out game, and I was just like, yo, oh my god, game overload, and stuff like that. And it was just so many great games coming out. And then once it hit 2014, this year, the last game that I can remember worth getting was Borderlands 2, if you haven't played it. But nothing else has really come out since then. Freedom Wars is coming out, but I'm debating on getting that game. I do want it, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to keep throwing money at Sony after what they did to the Vita. They're basically saying, we're gonna, in case you don't know this, they're basically cutting off first-party support. There might be a first-party piece of shit game here and there, but there will not be another Killzone Mercenary. There won't, even though that game did really good. There probably won't be another Killzone Mercenary. If there is, pick it up. But most likely it probably won't. But no, and then there's indies in third party. Well, mostly we've been getting is those rinky-dink cell phone games. And third party, really, it's kind of like we don't want to put anything out on the Vita because they don't think it'll sell, and that's a bad thing. Tearaway actually didn't sell as well as you think. It got really good reviews, but it didn't sell that well. That's why they're putting it on the PS4 and getting rid of it on the Vita, which also kills it for Vita owners who actually love that game, and now they're basically making you get a PS4 just to play it. Well, guess what? I ain't doing that crap, so you can keep that bullshit over there. So that just really made me angry that you're gonna take an exclusive on this console that actually was good for the people who bought it and just put it out on the PS4 just because you want that extra money. Now, I do understand it's a business, but at the same time, you could have at least marketed it, did something, advertise something, get the Vita out there. Because actually, what's sad is when I was playing this boy on my break like months and months ago, because I haven't been playing it like that, people was like, hey man, what's that, looks like a PSP. I'm like, well, it's a PS Vita. Oh, when did that come out? That's a shame people don't know that, boys. As soon as I bought my 3DS, when I recently bought that, instantly knew about it. Everybody at my college has a 3DS and is playing it 24/7. So how come nobody knows about the Vita? Well, that's Sony's fault. They don't want to get it out there. They want to make you do some heavy research and end up finding out. So that literally took a huge L for me this year. I'm about to go ahead and wrap up this commentary. So basically what I want to go ahead and ask you guys is, what did you think about gaming this year? How was your impression on gaming this year? Because to be honest with you, I had a fun time gaming this year. I actually got to experience a new platform in gaming, which is PC, and I'm actually getting a hold of all these great games that I had to catch back up on, and I'm having a great time. But the newer games that's coming out and all the other bullshit that's going on, that's all, that just don't fly with me. Some of the games are coming out that are actually good, especially 2015 looks like it's going to be a good year, but the stuff that was happening this year and that next gen stuff, man, it was just disappointment after disappointment. But anyway, go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching so much. And that is it, guys. Tyrogue is out.